Just have not had the same fire lit under me that I typically do. It's been tough for me to get out here, and it's been tough to make genuine videos for you guys. So if I haven't had as many out there, that's why. I didn't want to just come out here and tell you crap just for the sake of making videos. And I don't know where this particular video today is headed. All I wanted to do was get out there, get on the forefront, and tell you that if you're not feeling motivated, you're not alone. Guys, you know, sometimes it's tough to be like the motivator. It's tough to be on level 10 all the time. It is tough to always try to live up to your own words. Like, I know on this channel a lot, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe while we're talking about it. Check out all the different playlists I have, lots of stuff going on. You're missing out if you haven't got there. But for those of you who have been here for a long time, those of you who have invested in me by subscribing, by buying merch, by doing all these things, thank you. But you'll know this, that I try to stay on the forefront of motivation. I try to literally keep digging. I don't want that just to be some phrase, some catch line. I want it to be something that I'm actively doing. But the reality is that sometimes, man, it is just tough to do that. And I want to be very candid with you guys about that. That if you're feeling like you're at a spot in your build that you're not satisfied with, if you're at a roadblock, if the stars aren't aligning for you, just know that you're not alone. It happens to other people. As badly as I want to be a constant inspiration to you guys, as badly as I want to live what I say, and make sure that I'm doing the things that I'm telling you guys to do, it's not always possible. It's not always feasible. It's not always realistic. It happens to all of us. I just wanted you guys to know that. But today, we're going to try to fix that. We are going to try to get some motivation back. I don't really know what that means. I just know that I have kind of hit this spot where I know that I have so many things to do that it stops me from doing things. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. I look at all this work I have left to do. I look at all this big old mess that I've had, and I know that I have lots of things to do. I know that I have lots of tasks to tackle, but it has been tough for me to do them. It's like, the best way I know to explain it is that you give yourself 5 minutes and you're sitting on the couch and it's 4:22 p.m. You're like, all right, it's 4:22 p.m. At exactly 4:30, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go get started. Well, next thing you know, it's like 4:32 and you go, oh, well, crap, I got to wait till 5 now. That might sound crazy, but that's just the way that my brain works sometimes. And it's been doing that basically since we got back from race week. I just have not had the same fire lit under me that I typically do. It's been tough for me to get out here, and it's been tough to make genuine videos for you guys. So if I haven't had as many out there, that's why. I didn't want to just come out here and tell you crap just for the sake of making videos. These videos are supposed to be valuable. They're supposed to be something that you guys can take away from them. And I don't know where this particular video today is headed. All I wanted to do was get out there, get on the forefront, and tell you that if you're not feeling motivated, you're not alone. If you stuck around through all that, sorry for the long ramble. It just needed to be said. But now we're going to get into some action. We're going to get into some work. Stick around. No idea where this video is headed, but let's get there. You know, I don't consider myself to be an OCD person, but this stuff has got me depressed because it's just a reminder of, you know, how hard we work to go to race week and how bad it sucked to blow up a brand new motor. And this is just a daily, constant reminder of that. And I left it here hoping that we get an engine back and we could just slam it all in, and at that time it could disappear. But I'm sick of looking at it, and I hope that getting this stuff out of here, getting rid of what we don't need, absolutely necessary under the carport, is gonna get this ball rolling for us. So, incoming, lots of trips to the shed and back. don't know if getting stuff cleaned up is the motivation that you guys needed. I'm not telling you guys that you need to get out and just clean stuff and then all of a sudden you'll be happy and ready to rip and roar again. But what I can tell you is that progress breeds progress. If you can do something to be productive, if you can do something to introduce productivity into your project and into your system and even into your life, it's contagious. It breeds more productivity. And so, you know, I'm not gonna lie and tell you guys that I'm just ready to dive in and full on head force go rewire this thing tomorrow and do all the things that we've talked about. It's not true, but I can tell you that this is a big step. This has not hindered me one bit. I feel a lot better. I feel like I got a weight lifted off of me. When I look outside, I don't see a big giant pile of like roadblock. I don't see that anymore. I don't have that overwhelming looming feeling. I can already tell you that things are looking up just by being productive, just by doing something. It has lifted a weight and made it easier to get more done. And as I was working on this stuff, I stumbled across a neat concept, and if I don't leave you guys with anything else, I'm leaving you with this, because this was the deciding factor in today's video of just getting things started. It was the kind of the little shove I needed. I'm not going to say it lit a fire, but it's the shove I needed to maybe get the ball rolling a little bit. But it's called the Locus project, or the Locus effect. And basically what this is they took 5th graders and they subjected them into this really, really hard test. They threw a bunch of problems at them that were really, really hard. And, they didn't expect these kids to pass these things necessarily. Well, what they did is they split the kids up into 2 groups, and they told each group, listen, you all got really good grades on this. You got an A+, you got an A, you got an A, you got an A+. They told everybody, regardless of how they actually did, that they did extremely well. But the difference is in the 2 groups, they told one group because you're really, really smart. You did great because you're just naturally smart. And on the other side, they told the group, you guys did really good because you studied really hard, because you worked really hard. And to kind of sum this up really, really short and quick, what happens is they redid the same test. They subjected the kids to easy, medium, and hard problems again. And all of the kids that they told who were naturally smart, all they did was do the easy problems. They didn't spend any time doing the hard problems. They didn't spend any time doing the hard stuff. They just totally avoided it and, did well on the easy stuff and called it a day. Well, all of the hard working kids, like an overwhelming amount of them, the kids that they said that you were successful because of hard work, well, all of those kids, almost all of them, really, really focused on the hard stuff. They spent way more time on the challenging problems that they weren't expected to solve, just because they were being told that they got there because they worked hard. So what I'm telling you is that if you can find a reason to get outside and do something and tell yourself that you've worked hard, that you've got something done because you put in the work, because a direct action became a direct result, and it's not just something that you're naturally given. You're not just naturally motivated, but you're motivated because you've bred motivation into yourself by doing it. Well, that's the Locus effect. So if I don't leave you with anything else, do that, look it up, Locus effect. But long story short, we got the carport cleaned up. We have got more stuff coming on the way. I have changed my mind 15 times about how I want to rewire this thing. I just have been honestly hoping and praying that before I got too deep disassembling it, that the engine builder was going to call me back and say, oh yeah man, the thing's done, come get it. And then I could have just slapped it back in and went racing again before I got neck deep in this. But that's just it's not seeming like the case. It's time to make it clean. It's time to make it sitting here ready to go. That way I have zero work to do once the engine is done. All I have to do is restab it, plug and play everything, and go racing. That's the next goal of this thing, in one way or another, is hurdle across whatever things I need to get through in order to get to that point. But as always, I'm Digging Z71. Thanks for watching. Keep digging. We'll see you next time.